Namaste everyone. Welcome to today's practice focusing on releasing tension from the back and spine. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position on your mat where the spine is long and straight, the sit bones are firmly grounded. Inhale and exhale to roll the shoulders back and down, imagining that thin cord pulling you up through the crown of the head, finding length. It is very common to feel tightness or stiffness in the spine or back muscles, so it's important to dedicate some time to giving this area some extra care. Bring your awareness to your breath now, taking a deep inhale into the belly expands. And on the exhale, we're going to gently drop the chin to the chest, finding that opening in the back of the neck. Inhaling to draw the right ear to the right shoulder, and drawing a big circle with the head all the way back. Exhaling, left ear comes down to the left shoulder and chin comes back to chest. Once again on the inhale, we're opening up to the right side, drawing that circle all the way back. Exhaling to close it down, chin to chest. From here, we're going to switch directions. So this time the left ear comes to the left shoulder. On the inhale, we open up. Exhale, we bring the right ear down to the right shoulder, closing chin back to chest. Moving with the breath one last time. Inhaling to open, exhaling to close. On the inhale, we're going to bring our head back to neutral, neck in line with the spine. Take an exhale and inhale to raise your arms up to shoulder level, palms facing the sky. Exhale, dropping those hands onto the shoulders. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to bring the elbows to touch in front of us. Inhaling to open up, drawing big circles with each elbow, chest towards the sky. Exhale, coming down, rounding the spine, elbows together. Inhaling, opening up. Creating some movement here, exhaling to come back down, shoulders meet in front. Switching the direction here, we're going to inhale to draw the circles the opposite way. Opening the chest, opening the head towards the sky, exhaling, elbows together. Last time, inhale, open up nice and wide, exhaling to release the hands down to the knees. From here, we're going to inhale, raise our arms overhead, shoulders away from the ears. And on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. Right hand comes on the mat behind us, left hand to the left knee. Finding an inhale and lengthening through the spine, grounding that left sit bone. And exhale, we're going to gently push on the knee and twist to the right. The neck can be a part of the movement, or it can rest in neutral, but not straining it here. One last exhale to twist, and we're going to inhale, come back to center. Gaze toward the thumb, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, twisting to the left. Left hand behind us, right hand on knee, finding length on the inhale. Exhaling to twist a little deeper, using twists to create a suppleness and strength around the spine. One more exhale, twist a little further, finding that twist in the thoracic spine. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right, moving with the breath now. Inhaling to center. Shoulders relaxed. Exhaling to twist to the left. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to twist. Inhale to open up. Exhale, twisting to the left side last time. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, releasing the hands down. From here, we're going to take a nice inhale, lengthening through the spine. And on the exhale, gently crawl your hands forwards out in front of you. Inhale to find length. Exhale to release everything down to the mat, finding that stretch in the lower back, rounding the head down, forehead to the mat, rounding through the whole spine, opening up the space between each vertebrae. Trying to release a little bit here, keeping both sit bones rooting down into the mat. And when you're ready, gently crawl your hands over towards the left side. Shoulders are square with the mat. Inhale to find that length once again, and exhale, dropping the forehead towards the mat, rounding the neck down. Breathing into the right side body, rooting through the right sit bone. Breathing into the space between the ribs, opening here. And exhale, we're going to gently crawl back to the center. And inhale to roll all the way back up to seated. From here, swapping the legs to the funky position. The other leg that you don't usually have in front is going to be in front now. If you want to first have a little shake out of the legs, making sure the knees are still feeling good. Coming to that opposite cross-leg position here. Tilting your hip bones slightly forwards, inhaling, we're going to find length in the spine. Exhale, crawling the hands down in front of you. Inhale, lengthening up once more. Exhale, allowing everything to drop down, rounding the neck down, finding that stretch in the neck and the upper back. And when you're ready from here, crawling over to the right side this time. Keeping the shoulders in line, really breathing deeply into that side body, feeling the stretch in the left outer hip as well as the left side. With each exhale, trying to sink a little lower, trying to let go and release any tension in that left side body, and gently crawling back to center. Inhale, dropping the head and rounding the spine, slowly coming up to seated. Finding that neutral spine once again. From here, we're going to roll forwards over our knees into our tabletop position. In our tabletop, our hands will be stacked under our shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, protecting the wrists. Knees in line with the hips, and check back where you can't see your toes, keeping your feet in line. The spine is long and straight, neck is an extension of the spine, slightly engaging the core. Connecting to that breath once again. On the inhale, we're going to open the chest, rounding from the sacrum, gazing forwards, opening up here, sternum shining forwards, and exhale to push the mat away through the hands. Navel drawing towards the spine, spine coming towards the sky, head is the last to drop down. Inhaling, starting from the lower back, we're going to arch the spine up, opening up the chest. Moving through cat and cow, moving with the breath. Exhale, pushing that mat away, rounding, and if it feels good for you, creating some circular motions here. Dropping down to the left on the inhale and rounding back up to the right on the exhale. Maybe switching direction, ironing out any kinks, finding any cracks that need to happen. It's all good here. It's your movement, your practice. Move how you need to. And gently coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to take an inhale and raise our right arm out in front of us, thumb towards the sky, dropping that hand down, side of the hand on the mat, dropping the forehead and energetically pulling the mat towards you with the right hand. Really opening up the lats on the right side, keeping the hips stacked over the knees, drawing that hand in towards you, melting that shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, gonna rise back up, reach the arm out in front of you. Exhale, coming back to tabletop. And inhale to raise the left arm up, thumb towards the sky. Exhale, dropping it down. Forehead comes down, pulling that mat towards you with the side of the left hand. With each exhale, melting that shoulder down towards the mat a little bit more. Keeping those hips stacked over the knees. One final exhale to sink a little lower. And inhale, pressing through that right hand, lifting the left hand up, reaching out in front. Exhale to tabletop. Bring the big toes to touch, draw the knees out slightly, sink your hips back onto the heels, finding our child's pose, our balasana stretch. Keeping the arms stretched out in front of you, keeping this active, just taking a moment to see how you're feeling. Checking in where the stiffness is feeling in the back, and sending your breath there, trying to bring a sense of ease. And now we're going to tuck our toes, press our palms, lift the hips towards the sky, finding our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hands are shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart, hips towards the sky. Create a feeling of drawing up energetically through the palms of the hands, up through the arms and into the body. And gently bending the right knee, feeling that real stretch through the left hamstring and calf. Switching sides now, bending the left knee, feeling the real stretch running up through the calf of the right leg into the hamstring. And taking a moment to keep with this movement, pedaling out the feet however feels best at whatever pace suits you. Finding that extra length, finding that extra opening. And gently coming to stillness with an equal weight distributed between the feet and the hands. We're going to inhale, come up onto our toes, rolling forwards, rounding the spine, shoulders stacked over hands, finding our high plank. On a long exhale, bending the knees to hover off the mat, shifting the weight back, coming up to our downward facing dog. Creating some movement in the spine now. We're going to repeat that one more time. Inhaling, coming onto the toes, rounding through the spine, shoulders stacked over wrists. Finding our high plank. Long exhale, dropping the knees, pushing the air out as you shift back into downward facing dog. If you want to flow through this one more time with your own breath, feel free to do so. Deep exhale as you come back, and we'll all meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels reaching towards the mat. Inhaling, we're going to raise our right leg towards the sky, shoulders are square with the mat, hips are square. Exhale, engaging the core now to strengthen the back. We're going to bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, open back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, engaging the core, bringing the right knee to the right elbow, hovering here. Inhaling, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, really rounding through the spine, knee to nose, gently as you can, dropping that right foot between the palms, dropping the left knee down, untucking the toe. Inhale, opening the chest. We're going to plant now our left hand on the inside of the right foot, and inhale to open the right arm towards the sky, opening in the chest. Tuck that toe under, and if you can, raising the left knee off the mat. Finding this easy twist, creating strength around the spine muscles. Gaze toward the thumb. Take one last inhale here. Exhale, dropping that right hand down to frame the foot. Bringing the left foot to meet the right, folding from the hips here. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale, we're going to heel toe our feet out to hip distance apart. Take hold of the elbows with each hand, finding our ragdoll. Bending the knees if you need to. Really see if you can create some extra space between each vertebrae here. Maybe shaking the head from side to side or nodding it back and forward, seeing if you can find any release. Creating space, allowing your head to be heavy, allowing gravity to do the work, maybe swinging side to side. And gently releasing the elbows. We're going to bend the knees more now and roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, still rolling, moving slowly. Hands are heavy, head is heavy. One vertebrae stacking on top of the other, each at a time. And on the final inhale, rounding the shoulders back. Exhale, release them down and have a little shake out. We're going to come to our Tadasana, our standing pose. Pressing all four corners of the feet into the mat, sucking the mat up into the feet. Lifting the kneecaps, engaging the quads, slightly tucking the pelvis forwards, tucking the tailbone under. Engagement in that core, rolling the shoulders back and down again. Finding your drishti, staring at one point ahead of you, palms facing forwards. Breathing here. Inhale to sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bending forwards from the hips. On an inhale, we're going to step the right leg back, dropping the right knee down, untucking the toes. Inhale to open the chest. We're going to plant the right hand down into the mat now, and inhale to open up the left hand towards the sky, lifting that right knee if you can, otherwise keeping it down for balance, finding our easy twist. Gazing toward the fingertips. The left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Inhaling one more time, exhale, dropping that left hand back down. Bringing the right foot this time to meet the left, folding forwards. Bending the knees now, inhaling to come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, finding your Tadasana. We're going to move through one round of Surya Namaskar C. So checking your alignment, big toes touching or feet slightly apart. Shoulders down. Inhale here. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, we're going to raise our arms overhead, and there's an option to have a slight back bend. If you have any feedback from the lower back, keeping the spine straight, otherwise slightly bending here. Gaze towards the sky. Exhale, coming forwards, bending from the hips, planting the hands. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, dropping the back knee, opening the chest towards the front. Sternum shining forwards. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back to meet the right, finding our high plank. Heels are reaching towards the back of the mat, one line of energy through the heels, through the crown of the head. Fingertips spread wide. Inhale here. Exhale to drop the knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, rolling forwards, dropping the hips down, opening the chest, baby cobra. Shoulder blades squeezing together. And exhale, pressing the palms, lifting the hips, tucking the toes, coming back to our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Option to have your big toes touching here, finding mountain pose like in Hatha. Drawing those shoulder blades to rotate externally, and we're going to inhale, bring our left foot between our hands, opening the chest, untucking that back toes. Exhale, right foot comes forwards, folding from the hips. Inhale, bending the knees, rising all the way up, finding that slight back bend if you wish. Exhale, palms together, coming back to Tadasana. Noticing how the body feels after this first half of the round of Surya Namaskar C. We need to complete the round by doing it on the other side. So taking an inhale, exhaling, palms together. Inhale, opening up, finding that back bend if you wish. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, stepping the left leg back this time, dropping that back knee, chest shines forwards. Exhale, right foot meets the left, high plank. Inhale here, exhale, dropping the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, rolling forwards, baby cobra, toes pressing into the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, hip bones towards the sky, finding our downward facing dog or mountain pose. Inhale, stepping the right leg forwards, dropping the back knee, opening the chest. Exhale, left foot meets the right, folding forwards. Inhale, bending the knees, opening up, finding that back bend. Exhaling, palms together. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, coming forwards. We're finished with sun salutations. We're going to inhale, open the chest. Exhale, stepping back, finding our downward facing dog. Feet back to hip distance apart if they weren't already. Taking a breather here, connecting to the breath. Inhale to raise the left leg up, moving here. Exhale, engaging the core, bringing the left knee to the right elbow. Inhaling to open. Exhaling, left knee to left elbow. Inhaling to open. Exhale, engaging that core, rounding the spine, knee to nose, and inhaling back up, three-legged dog. Exhale to drop the foot down, dropping the knees, coming into our child's pose once again. Catching your breath here. You're welcome to bring your knees closer together and draw your arms alongside your body for a resting balasana. Breathing deeply here, noticing any differences in the body, if the spine is feeling slightly more relaxed, slightly more open. Gently pressing the palms into the mat now, rolling up slowly in the spine, sitting on the heels, dropping the hips to one side, bringing your legs out in front of you, finding our Dandasana. Toes pointing towards the face, kneecaps are lifted, quads are engaged, spine is long and straight. We're going to take an inhale and exhale. We're going to fold from the hips. Try to maintain the connection of the sitting bones to the floor. Option 1 here, tucking the forearms under the knees, finding a rounding in the spine, allowing the head to drop down. This is more of a yin style practice, yin style technique, allowing the body to completely relax, even the toes. If this isn't doing much for you, we'll come to a more active option, taking an inhale and placing your hands on either your shins, ankles, or feet. And exhale, we're going to draw the elbows out, reaching the nose towards the toes. We're not pulling down here, we're pulling forwards, finding that length in the lower back, rooting through the sit bones. Whichever stretch you're in, we're opening up the space between the vertebrae. Breathing slowly, deeply inhaling, and we're going to slowly roll the spine back up. Draw the knees in and opening the legs out nice and wide, ignoring that my camera angle just changed in the wind. Finding a wide leg seated position, toes still pointing towards the face, quads still engaged, hips tilted slightly forwards. Inhaling here, finding length, opening the arms up overhead. Exhale, dropping the left arm, left elbow on the inside of the left leg, reaching atop, reaching overhead with the right arm. The right fingertips are yearning for the left toes. With each inhale, making sure you're opening the chest towards the sky, finding that slight twist, opening up the right side body and the right lower back. If you can reach your foot with your left hand and your toes with your right hand, you can pull the chest through the gap, opening towards the sky. Otherwise, just reaching with the fingertips towards the left toes, keeping that chest nice and open. Inhale, we're going to slowly raise back up to center. And exhale, gently dropping the right elbow down on the inside of the right leg. Left arm swoops overhead, fingertips yearning towards the right toes. Grounding through that left sit bone. Left toes pointing towards the face. On each inhale, opening the chest a little more towards the sky, and each exhale, trying to reach a little closer towards the toes. One final exhale here, and slowly we're going to inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, releasing the hands down, taking your hands now to the outside of your legs and gently bringing your legs in, bending the knees. We're going to hug our knees in nice and tight here, drawing the energy back in after being so open, allowing the forehead to rest on the knees, giving yourself a little bit of extra compassion here, checking in with how the body's feeling, how the back's feeling. And from here, we're going to drop our left leg down, knees bent, heel towards the sit bones, and bring the right leg over the top. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can stretch the left leg out long, keeping the right leg over the top. But if you're with me, we'll have the leg bent. It's your practice though, do whatever feels best for you. And from here, we're going to use the left arm to press into the right knee. Right hand comes behind, finding that twist once again, inhaling, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, gently pushing on the left arm, twisting to the right. remembering not to strain the neck. And slowly coming back to center. We have a small challenge here, so bringing the hands out in front, planting them into the mat, coming up onto the toes, lifting the knees, walking over with the hands to the left side, all the way back around you, legs straight, twisting on the toes until we're facing back to the front. And this time the left leg's over the right. If you didn't get it this time, there's always tomorrow. And once again, if you need to bring the right leg stretched out, that's fine to do so. Listen to how your body's reacting. Feeling proud of yourself if you managed the monkey walk. Taking an inhale and exhale, twisting to the left side this time. The right forearm pressing gently against the knee. Inhaling to find length. Exhale, twisting in that thoracic spine, not forcing anything. This is a gentle twist. Gently coming back to center, untangling the legs. Give them a little shake out, checking the knees are all good. And we're going to come to a supine position, lying on our backs. From here, drawing the knees in towards the chest, stretching the arms out wide at shoulder height. Gently dropping the knees over to the left side. If you have a twist that you usually practice that you prefer here, go ahead and take that now. Otherwise, we'll take this nice, easy twist together. And if you feel like you want to deepen it at all, just resting that left hand on the right knee, gazing towards the right side. Breathing deeply into where you feel any sensations. With each exhale, relaxing deeper into the mat. And slowly, when you're ready, coming back to center, arms out wide, and then dropping the knees over to the right side. Again, if you want to deepen the stretch, resting that right hand on the left knee, gazing towards the left, sending the breath to where you feel the stretch. Bringing the knees in now, coming back to center, we're going to put our hands on our knees and open our knees out to the side, drawing big circles, bringing our knees back together, opening them out to the side, drawing them back together, making big circular motions, massaging the lower spine, allowing them to drop out to the side once again, and this time taking hold of the outsides of the feet. Drawing the knees down to the outsides of the ribs, finding our happy baby, lower back is grounded, shoulders relaxed. And gently rocking from side to side. A nice final massage for the lower back and spine. And it's that time again where you can feel free to do any movements that your body's still craving. Maybe you want to shake your legs out, have a nice full body stretch. Whatever you feel like you need in this moment to reach that full relaxation before Shavasana. And we're all going to hug our knees in nice and tight now, squeezing everything together, squeezing the face, squeeze, 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 squeeze tight. Exhale, relaxing everything down to the mat. Allowing the feet to fall to the side, shoulders away from the ears, palm facing the sky. Allowing the body to feel heavy against the mat. Scanning through the body, checking if you have any tension left, particularly in the back and spine, and sending your breath there. Noticing if there's still any tightness and trying to let that go, let that relax. If you're holding anything in your body, with each exhale, try and loosen it. Allowing the spine to feel heavy against the mat, noticing the curvature where it comes off and back onto the ground. Allowing any tension to melt away from the forehead. And releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Allowing this wave of relaxation to wash over your whole body. washing through the spine from the tip of the head to the base of the spine, letting go of any tension there. Your whole body is relaxed. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you need, but if you're moving with me, drawing your attention back to your breath, finding slight movement in the hands and toes, maybe interlacing your fingertips, finding that one last big stretch, allowing the spine to come off the mat. Full body stretch before bending your knees in and rolling over to whichever side feels best for you. Resting your head on one hand, the other hand is touching the mat. Allowing the spine to round here, giving yourself that bit of extra love and compassion, thanking yourself for practicing today. Thanking yourself for being here. And slowly pushing your way up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Drawing the palms of the hands to meet in front of the heart center and gently bowing your head down in gratitude to yourself. Thanking yourself for dedicating time to looking after you. You are important. Gently coming all the way forward now, pressing the hands into the world. Thanking the earth for carrying you here today. And slowly rounding back up, fluttering the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me.